Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Wednesday, November the 21st, and this is the market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXC, GLD, SLV, and all the rest. So let's just get right into it. I want to wish everyone a very nice Thanksgiving, and hopefully everyone is able to get with people that they care about, and if this happens to not be you this year, then extra, shout out. My thoughts are with you. All right, so here we are with the Dow, and it was up almost 50 points today, 48 and a third. Very nice. And this actually is very cool. Because we had so many upticks resolve themselves in the last couple of days, but the Dow was the holdout, and we really needed it to be finished just so that we could get, just to get it out of the way. And we were expecting low volume, probably upside in this holiday week. The market is open Friday, I guess, but really, on Black Friday, I just don't know that it'll be that important. The big day is Monday. So Monday is really what I'm looking for. And so anyways, not to get sidetracked, here with the Dow. And it resolved its uptick today. Excellent. And so mark this out of the way. This bubble is fixed. And looking beyond this, what do we have? Well, 200-day moving average just shy of 13K. Long-term moving average bar retest would also coincide with 13K. Nothing in the heat map. Everything is moving to the upside with the exception of the RSI. And look at that. One reason to question this. 14-day RSI moving average, a tick down. Yeah, tick down. Not everything's bad. We're looking for a bullish cross on the MACD itself. MACD histogram going up, stochastics going up, CCI going up. So there's some positive indications here, but low volume rally, easy push up. Can these, are these as effective at the moment when no one is there trading? Maybe a little bit less. Beyond that, same theme as last night. The question was, is this a secondary reset? And last night, I was thinking yes. And today, oh yes, I'm thinking yes. And you'd say, well, why would you think that? Well, look at that fast stochastic. Look how high it is. Oof. That is, this normally does not get stuck in the upright position. It can do it. It certainly can do it. But, atypically, it's a pretty jagged indicator, and now it's in overbought territory. It would be natural for it to turn down over the next couple of market days, which would mean Monday. Beyond that, slow stochastic, yeah, it's almost at the halfway point. A lot of times it does turn at the halfway point, either to the upside or to the downside. It doesn't necessarily have to get to overbought or oversold. And the last time that we had a nice spike like this in the fast was right here. It was right here, and this low turned just above the halfway point. It would take maybe 1 or 2 days for it to get to the same area, and we see what happened last time. It doesn't mean that that'll be the case this time, but the 14-day is still pointing down. So having this turn down probably be more nasty than its move up. And we have a new recent low. There should be an attempt at a retest of it. But same token, 200-day moving average. There should be an attempt to retest it. So kind of a push-pull. We are closer to the 200-day moving average. But if by chance it got there on Friday, that would be a natural place for it to turn. We know that Monday is going to be a big news day. Greece, the Greece deal, part 2, and maybe some more fiscal cliff information. Anyways, so daily time frame, it is questionable, but yeah, I think very likely that at least in the short to intermediate term, there will be a retest with the Bears in attempting to wrest control. But that's just my feelings. Certainly getting up to the 200-day would create plenty of optimism. Optimism is already returning with the last couple of days, but we shall see. 60-minute time frame. All right. Daily didn't give us that much, but 60-minute, we can see the descending trend line from the descending channel. So, yeah, I mean, that's almost 300 points to the upside. That would be really nice. But where are we now? Well, we're at the consolidation area that we had a couple of weeks back. So this should be an area of resistance. Are we able to break 12,900? That is the question. Had that in the last couple of videos. Beyond that, what do we have? Well, we have everything pretty darn high and looking to roll. Fortune day RSI moving average going sideways by the end of the day. Stochastics trying to tick down. CCI trying to tick down. RSI ticking down. MACD preparing to tick down. MACD histogram continuing to go down. So 60-minute time frame, does it look good? No, it does not. Into resistance, and everything is in pretty darn good alignment for down move, but I do not believe Friday should be trusted. Friday should be nobody trading and the computers, algorithms just doing what they want to do. So, I mean, and potentially you could have the ceasefire, truce, whatever you want to call, in the Middle East fall apart tomorrow. So, do I trust Friday just to be an update? No. Going on to SPX. Go back to the daily. Any difference? Nope. It's still able to hold above the 200-day moving average, which admittedly is a good sign. Absolutely. The next logical stop would be the descending trend line of the channel up here at 1412 currently. If it's able to get above that, that would be a really good sign, but way too early. Everything's the same as the Dow. Most notably, 14-day RSI moving average ticked down. Not a good sign. You did go positive on the MACD histogram, which is different. You did have the start of a bullish cross on the MACD itself, which is a good sign, but still questionable. One of the things that I do not like about this, we had the bubble corrective move, excellent, but look at the angle of ascent. It's pretty crazy. So do I care for that? No. Normally when things make a lot of sense, they are more gradual. You can see back here, you have massive angle of ascent, and it sold. Massive angle of ascent, sold. Massive angle of ascent, sold. Massive angle of ascent, sold, and then something that makes more sense. So, do I really care for this? No, I don't. Going on to the VIX. Warning sign, huh? Yes. Warning sign. Why? Because the VIX is green. SPX and the Dow are green. Something is lying. It does not have an uptick, so that is against it. Last night we had the gravestone doji potential reversal signal, and wouldn't you know it, today it is green. It is bullish engulfing the what would be a real body in that gravestone doji. So also a good sign. It closed right at the major price consensus level for the month of November. Very interesting. The question becomes, can it close above the major price consensus level? If it does, we have a really good sign that we could have a shift. Would have been much nicer if we had it today, but we did not. We just have a pierce. So look at this very nice bottoming area in the VIX. Also another reason to question a huge amount of upside. You can see exactly where it went down today, the low of the day, which coincides with this area of support. Could have gone a little bit further to the major price consensus level for the month of October, but it didn't even get that far. So this is support, absolutely. Beyond that, though, I mean, everything is not rosy for the VIX. 14-day RSI moving average getting underway to the downside, which is definitely a good sign for the bulls. But, secondary reset. We know they happen. It's healthy that when they happen. The stochastics are already very low. The CCI is very low. It's going up. The RSI could be lower, but it's going up. We are very low on the MACD histogram. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull back some more and see how long it's taken, how long it's been since it's been this low. And the answer is June. Haven't been this low since June. So certainly it could go as low as June was, which would mean it's only halfway there. But with all of this volatility in between now and June, it just makes me a little skeptical with its position at the moment. Alright, moving on, always moving on. TNA, small caps. Very interesting, isn't it? Yes. If we didn't have the uptick resolved yesterday, which we did, very slightly, it certainly would have been taken care of today. Excellent. And where are we? We're at the lower trend line of the descending channel. This should be resistance. Should be resistance. It will be a really good sign if it's able to get above it, but should be resistance. Beyond that, everything is still moving up, exception of the 14-day RSI moving average and the regular RSI itself. And if we zoom out quite a bit, we can see the 14-day RSI moving average holding low and the fast stochastic very overbought. Hasn't been this high since August. How about that? So a turnover here and go down to meet the 14-day RSI moving average. Is it possible? Likely? I'd say so. Has this gap to fill. Has a new low to attempt to retest. And which isn't to say that it will get that low, but it would be perfect to go down here and fill this and reset all of this, and then they'll be poised really nice for a move to the upside. So, but anyway, we'll see. We'll know if it's able to get above the lower descending trend line. And UUP, fascinating. Every night this sucker is knocked down and beat up, and by the time the U.S. market opens, they heal it. So once again in the overnight, it would have been up here, it would have filled this gap, but by the time we open, it's been saved. How much does this tell us? Well, if we go back some, it's easier to see. It is working off the topping area in the heat map. We still have the 14-day RSI moving average moving to the upside. We already have the fast stochastic getting to oversold. Everything else has room to move, but yeah, a little more, cooking through time. And I think that this one will be ready to move up once again, which would be bad for the overall market. But just my read on what it looks like. Just my read. Notice the CCI right at dead zero. Very interesting. And USO oil. This one got clobbered yesterday. Fighting it out with the long-term moving average bar. What do we have today? Well, we have a hammer. But it's not at the bottom of a possible range. It's not at the top of a possible range. So it doesn't really tell us much of anything. It's starting to get a little bit of an inclination for a bottoming area, which is actually good for the bulls. And 14-day RSI moving average moving up, stochastics in disagreement, down on the CCI, down on the RSI. up on the MACD histogram, up on the MACD. Very, very mixed picture. But this actually flies in the face of the idea of going down soon, simply because when oil goes up, the market normally likes it. So, interesting. And of course, it's, all geopolitical nonsense at the moment. Going on to gold. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad to me. I mean, it looks like it's coiling to break out. Everything is moving up, or at least going sideways in the case of CCI. So, in my opinion, this does not look like a bad chart. It's just getting ready to break out. Interesting. And when gold is doing well, normally the market is doing well as well. So, this doesn't agree with what we're looking at on the VIX. Very interesting. Or UUP for that matter. SLV. Yeah. Said that SLV looks better than gold. It's doing better than gold. New recent high today. Yeah, fat body's being top, but not a reversal candle. It's starting to develop more of a topping area. Everything is still moving to the upside or holding high. Not a bad looking chart. Very interesting. But yeah, if UUP does start going up, this sucker is going to be going down. And but we don't have a tell at this moment that that is imminent. Holiday week, what can you say? Going on to CompQ, the NASDAQ. Not bad. New recent high. And unlike SPX and the Dow with the 14-day RSI moving average going down, this one is going sideways, which is a good sign. With the exception of the RSI itself, everything is still moving up. So this looks better to me than the Dow and SPX, but I still don't like the angle of ascent. It's just a matter of testing the 200 or testing the low. I'm not sure which is more right in the short term, but it's all about Monday. What can you say? And going on to Apple, not a bad day, not a great day. Slightly higher close than yesterday, but yeah, everything's going up with the exception of the 14-day RSI moving average. It does have a minor bottoming area still in the heat map. I don't like the angle of ascent, but this is one of those crazy stocks where people just, dive into it. So this doesn't tell me nearly as much as I would like, but sure would be nice if it had better strength than it does at the moment. But at least it's not. It didn't reach the low of yesterday, and the low of today was bought. So, yeah, that one's really tough. GE trying to get a better read on the Dow, and what do we have here? We have something that's very different than what you would expect. The 14-day RSI moving average getting an uptick, not a downtick. The 14-day RSI moving average downtick is very minor, and everything else is still moving up. Still have a bottoming area in the heat map. Not bad. Not bad. Kind of conflicting. And going on to JP Morgan, the most important bank. Hanging man, not at the top of a range. For the most part, everything moving up, with the exception of the 14-day RSI moving average and the RSI itself. Yeah. This doesn't really tell me as much as I would like either. This still looks like a secondary reset when, in the grand scheme of things, when we zoom out some. So, fast stochastic, very high, overbought. Be very interesting to see this loop over and how much damage it does. And XLF, same as JP Morgan, just a little bit better. Charts for the last couple of days, XLF been slightly better than JP Morgan, and I don't think there's anything to add here. Fast stochastic, very high. Yeah, I guess we'll see what Friday brings, but I really don't think that Friday is important. I think that Monday is the day, so we shall see. Hope everyone has a great holiday. And as always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.